Okay. Um, I'm gonna talk about the GGC and my time with them and stuff. Basically, I'm gonna start at the start. I fell in love with Halo a long time ago when I went to my cousin's house for a trip, just for fun. His older brother had a friend over who had Halo 2 with him, and we played that a little bit. I couldn't understand it. I don't know, I was pretty dumb, I guess. It was just crazy to me. It was awesome though. So that was the first encounter I ever had with Halo. Loved it. I only got to play once for like 5 seconds and got wrecked, but it was a lot of fun. Then, jump like, I don't know, a while, maybe a year even. My best friend at the time, Guy, you would know him as Epic Hippo, he had Halo 1 on the Xbox. So sometimes he would bring it over, and he needed help on the flood missions. So he brought it over, and I tried to help him. God, I sucked. He would own me on I was terrible. For all of you who know Guy, or Epic Hippo, you know that's embarrassing to say, that he was better than me. Anyway, so that just further enhanced the addiction. Eventually, we went to Mall of America for like a little church trip. I brought Guy with me because I could bring a guest. And I saw Halo Combat Evolved. It was for the PC, however. So, after wanting to buy it, having the money, having to borrow money, having to find a parent, blah 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 blah, because they were annoying about it, eventually I got it. Which I was super stoked about. Because if you don't know, the PC versions of Halo have more stuff than the Xbox versions. Like the flamethrower and map editing. Yes, map editing. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun. I played that a lot. Um, where were we? Oh yeah, and then another church thing. It was like a lock-in. We stayed at the church for a night. Someone brought their Xbox and Halo 2. By this time, I've played a lot of Halo 1. So we get on there, and I'm wrecking everyone. Oh my gosh. Like the guy who brought it couldn't even do crap. I used Guy as bait. See how it was on the map. I forgot what it's called. There's a Halo 4 remake, I believe. I don't know. There's like a really weird crane thing in the middle. Anyway, Guy would stand on the ground and look dumb, like normal. And when people would come to like assassinate him or something, I would kill him. So that was fun. And then after probably 2-3 years of saving money, I eventually, and having straight A's, I was allowed to buy my own Xbox. I know, I was allowed to buy it. So I bought it, got Halo 3 with it. I think this was like 2008 or 9, something like that. So that was awesome. So I brought it home, super stoked. Set it up in the main living room of my house, put it all together, started playing Halo 3, got done with the first campaign mission, just loving it. And then my dad's like, hey, go away. I want to watch NASCAR or whatever. I don't know. He wanted to watch some kind of TV thing. So I'm like, alright. So I went down to the basement, where I would set the Xbox up for normal. I just wanted to see it on the big screen. So, so I set it up downstairs, put it all together, tried to play it. Nope, disk unreadable. So I take out the disk, it's scratched to crap. It's just totally destroyed. So my heart was broken. Just destroyed it. So I took the Halo and the Xbox back the next day and got a new one. Xbox number 2. So I brought that back, and that's about where it began. The guy at the time did not have an Xbox nor Halo, and we both loved the game. So we're like, you know, we should start a clan. That's awesome. Because of course we're playing campaign together and stuff in Halo 3. We just love it. So like, alright, let's start a group. Let's make a clan. And we love grunts. They're just hilarious. They're just awesome. So we're like, let's name it something about grunts. So we're thinking, and the first name we get that we were going to go with was Crunchy Grunts. Because grunts always makes a nice, satisfying crunch sound when you punch them. So we're going to be the Crunchy Grunts. Yeah. But of course, guy couldn't have an Xbox for another couple months or something. So like, I'm gonna go join a different clan and see how it works. To better our clan, get a little experience in. So he was like, all right, you go do that. So I go on the old interwebs, start typing in things. So I'm googling for grunt clans because I still love grunts, and I see a lot of videos. Well, I first looked for Halo clans. I found clans like B100 and the UN. I was gonna join the UN because they look pretty good. Well, actually, no, I wasn't. That's in a whole different time zone. I must have been trying to join a different clan. Okay. Anyway, I was trying to join this clan that I thought was the UN, but it wasn't. I was trying to join other clans. It was complicated. Anyway, I found one. It said Guardian Grunt Clan. And it's like, oh, that sounds awesome. So I go to the video. The video was by Packbook Brew. You may know him. You should. If you're awesome. Anyway. So I watched the video. He kind of talked about it. Like, okay, sweet, I'll check it out. Sent him a message asking if he was still recruiting, if I could please join. It'd be really awesome. And he's like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I can join. Like, sweet. So I went to one of their games and talked to the leader, Unleash 96, which totally freaks me out. I'm thinking this guy's like some kind of like deity. Like, he's a huge guy. Of course, I didn't know he was younger than me at the time and sucked. But actually, he's pretty good. But anyway, he was pretty good. Scared me. We were joining. The first game. Okay, take a step back. Okay, the first game I joined, the first GGC game ever, was on a map called Salvation, where there's zombie and a bunch of survivors, and there's like a base. And so I'm in this game, don't know what I'm doing, never played a custom game before, never even played a multiplayer game before. And this is the first day I got live, by the way, because I had to save up for a couple months to buy the wireless network adapter. So this is like the first day I bought live. So I don't know what's going on, never even seen other people before, freaking out. So I'm running around, just trying to ask questions. Everyone's screaming, of course, because they're just playing the game. I'm just like, hey, I'm in, or whatever. Like, what up? And then they're like, zombie. And eventually I tried to ask what their website was, because I'm totally awesome like that. And they're like, I don't know who, but someone was like trying to say letters. And so I'm like writing it down frantically. But I'm getting like partial letters and like, I don't even know, I didn't even get a word out. So eventually, after like an hour of that, I finally found the website. Of course, at the time, the website was made by Unleashed, or John, as you may know him. So the website is basically just a black page with like a yellow electricity thing on the top, and little to no info whatsoever. It was useless. It was unused as well. So yeah. I believe, yeah. Whoa, zone out. Okay, anyway. So this is the part where it gets a little sketchy. Um, I was a recruit. Um, I believe after probably a week or two, I leveled up to the next rank to like I don't know what it was like. God, I don't even know. I should know the ranks. I should I should know the ranks. I'm a general for 4 years. Okay. Well, actually only two, but whatever. Okay. Whatever. I got a promotion, so I was like a private. Yep. I was a private. So that took like 2 weeks. I'm saying a lot. Um. So after I was a private, and we played a lot of custom games and a lot of matchmaking games, and of course I sucked. And of course I brought my guest guy in, and once I did that, everyone started yelling at me. They're like, "Oh, Mitch, your guest sucks. Get him out of here. What are you doing? Oh my God, Mitch, your guest is so stupid. Tell him what to do." And I'm like trying to tell Guy what to do. Of course, the guy, and it was just horrible. Um, and then after that went on for like probably a month, maybe less. Um, I started playing matchmaking and stuff, and the clan forgot about me. For about 6 months, I did not talk to a single clan member or play any clan games. Not because I didn't want to, or because I was ignoring them, because they didn't even like recognize my existence. They didn't even know about me. So eventually, John checks his friends list and is like, "Oh, hey, look at this guy. He still has the clan emblem after like 6 months of us ignoring him." He's like, "Wow, he must be really awesome." So then I started playing with him again, and after probably another month or two, I got another promotion. Yeah. And then about a year went by before the next promotion, which I actually skipped a couple ranks and went right up to captain, which was awesome. And okay. Anyway, the the ranking back then was basically getting recruits, and the clan wasn't nothing like it is nowadays. Pretty much all we did was custom games and mess around in matchmaking. I mean, we won every game pretty much, and it was a lot of fun. We played custom games for hours, and you never get bored of it. And eventually, jeez, so yeah, getting rank up was basically just getting promotions or being really awesome. So, I mean, recruits. Did I say promotions? I don't know. Anyway, I. Oh, this is difficult. It was a long time ago. Um, promotion. Okay, so basically, in order for me to get a promotion, I would have to get like, I don't know, a lot of recruits. I feel like it was 2, but that sounds way too easy because I recruited hundreds of people. Anyway, it was a lot. So I'd be, when I wasn't playing with the clan, I would have recruiting sessions going. I'd just play matchmaking, try to recruit the good people. Actually, I didn't really try to get the good people. It was just the people, anyone really. We didn't have requirements back then. Anyone goes. It was just a bunch of friends hanging out. So, sorry. So after recruiting, I'd get a promotion about once a month, roughly. Sometimes not even that. And then we're playing and playing and playing. And of course, then the Carbine kind of went crazy, and he kind of quit the clan and started doing a rebellion sort of thing. Anyway, he found a bunch of generals, level 50 generals, and he kind of had a civil war with the clan.
course, we stomped them out and whatnot. And well, we didn't. It wasn't that easy, but they didn't know any tactics or anything like that because they were just randoms. Anyway, so that was fun. Little side note. Also, I believe once you hit captain, which I was at the time, you got your own squad. We had 26 squads at the time. Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Gamma, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Gamma, all that fun stuff. And then there was Zulu Squad, which was basically the generals. And I got to pick a squad. I wanted Delta, because Delta is the best, clearly, because triangles and whatnot. But I got Foxtrot. Actually, no I didn't. I got Omega, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Omega. Anyway, that's when I posted my first recruitment video on the website. My first video ever. It kind of sucked. But YOLO. It had like Mozart on it or something. It was awesome. So that didn't really get any recruits at all, I don't think. But John was impressed. Unleashed. He said something like, "Oh, you're really like a loyal member. Good job." On my thing. So I was happy. Eventually, there was a bunch of more little battles and whatnot. More messing around. Then we reset the squad thing sometime, and then I got put to Foxtrot. Okay, also, P.S. by the way, while all this happening, I have like notebooks and stuff, so I'm like writing down the squads, who's in what's going on, who's what rank. I printed out a list of the ranks, so I just know them. I mean, I was totally dedicated. And oh god, where were I? Where was I? Right. Still don't remember. Anyway, while this is going on, all fun and stuff, the guy eventually buys an Xbox, and I'm like, "Hey John, I'm gonna recruit my friend. You know that guest I had a long time ago that sucked?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, can I recruit him? He's like, "Sure, why not?" So we all meet Guy. Guy wanted a cool name like mine, so I helped him out. Made it up. Epic Hippo. And then we're like, "Oh, that's already taken." She's like, "Alright, Epic X Hippo." So then Guy, of course, creates a gamer tag, spells it Epic X space Hippo. Fucks it up. Right there. Messes it up. Puts a space in. Okay. Whatever. So everyone meets Guy. Guy sucks. Whatever. La-di-da, the clan goes on. We don't really care about skill at this time. Then I learn of the secret programs. The Spartan Ops. Well, the Spec Ops programs. And by this time, I'm pretty good, I would say. So I got into Spartan Ops. Or, why do I keep saying Spartan Ops? God damn it. Spec Ops. I got in Spec Ops, which was a great feat for me. I chose Green Team. But by this time, Spec Ops was Red Team, Green Team, and Blue Team. The weapons, there wasn't any thing like that. Like, it was just colors for the sake of colors. I was Green Team. I believe John was Green 1. He was G1. Well, it wasn't even G1. It was just the number 1 colored green with black outline. He was 1. I believe I was 2. But eventually that got changed up. I became 1. John Unleashed he wasn't in Spec Ops because he was leader, and he basically led Spec Ops, so he believed he shouldn't be in it as well, which makes sense. So I was Green 1. Somehow Guy Epic Hippo was green too. We don't know how he got in there. I don't know. He was in green. He was in the Spec Ops. Okay, the best of the best. So he was in there. G1, G2. I don't even remember the other squads. Um, Alright, and by this time, Demon Souls joined the clan. He's also made it to rank general in like a month. Yeah. He joined like a month after me, by the way. So while this is all going on, all hunky-dory, nice and fun, we're doing pictures and all that stuff, because we don't do clan battles. What's the point? You know, we're just here to have fun. So we don't do clan battles, we're just G1, G2, well, 1 and 2, green. We're posing for pictures, doing stuff, building maps. We have this, there was a really cool meeting map I went to once, for like initiation. It was in the map Sand Trap, or Sandbox, in like the underground parts. We had this huge like temple thing. It was awesome. So anyway, as time goes by, probably missing a lot of stuff, but anyway, we have little battles here and there. But eventually we get the okay, everyone's doing the yeah, what are they called? Things you get the recon with. Vidmasters. Everyone's doing the Vidmasters. Of course, I'm kind of new, so no one wants to do it with me because I suck compared to everyone else. Or they just didn't like me. I don't know. So no one would do it with me. So I had to find randoms to do it. The Vidmaster Annual. Eventually, I would find 4 people. We'd do it, get it almost done. We'd be in the part where you're in the ghosts. Then someone would quit. This happened several times, a lot actually. So to this day, I still don't have Annual done. It's a little sad, but I don't have it done. Still don't have recon. Yeah. God, I'm saying a lot, and it's annoying. Anyway, then eventually, after a long time and battles and messing around, the flaming helmet thing came out for like that one day. We took a lot of pictures that day. So many pictures. Oh, tons of them. And of course, I'm slowly gaining ranks. I'm just, you know, being me, working up the ranks. Then we go to Reach eventually, skipping more time. And the leaders of the clan wanted to become more. Actually, this might be after this. Anyway, forget that for now. Anyway, by this time I was a commander. Yeah, I believe I was a commander. And we needed a new co-leader. I believe the co-leader was Dave at the time, and Dave never played with us. So we needed a new co-leader. So we're going, me, Epic Hippo, aka Guy, and John, Unleashed or whatever. We're all in this party, mess around in Reach on Forge for like the first day. And we're like, we need a new co-leader. So me and John, we're pretty good friends by this time. I think, I don't know. I thought we were. We're going through names and whatever. He's suggesting people. I'm just kind of agreeing silently because he's still kind of scary. Then Guy says, you know, why doesn't Midge do it? Why doesn't Pat do it? And then, of course, I'm super helpful all the time because, you know, I have all these lists printed out and I'm doing stuff and recruiting and doing this and that. Of course, I get promotions like 1/10 as fast as anyone else. Never really know why, but I don't complain about it because if you ask for a promotion, You either get demoted or you definitely don't get one. So I would never complain about it. So he says, yeah, why don't they do it? And Unleash is like, yeah, you could actually, but you need to be at least be a colonel. By this time, colonel is red. The ranks was the detail color. Oh, wait, maybe this was still Halo 3. Dang. Anyway, it was a long time ago. I might mix it up. Anyway, so I need to be a colonel to get co-leader. So I'm so stoked about this. Going crazy about it. But in order to get colonel, I was a commander at the time. So colonel was 3 ranks away. So that could take about a year to get. Unleash told me, if you can get 50 recruits and complete the campaign in on legendary in less than like 4 hours or something like that, or 8, I don't know what it was, then you can be colonel. So I'm like, heck yeah. So I'm recruiting people every day, like 10 people a day. Well, not quite, but I was recruiting crazy fast. And then the campaign part was difficult, but I was doing it and doing it fast until I got to the flood mission. This was Halo 3, my bad. So I got to the flood mission. We have to like go on that ship, and it's all flood. I figured maybe he won't notice. So once I got to the ship, got like halfway through it, I was like, I'm just gonna skip this one. So I skip it, go on the next one, complete it. He says, good job. Never found out. I got promotions. So I'm red. Finally red. Co-leader. Biggest day of my life, probably. Well, big Halo life, whatever, It was awesome. So that was just crazy awesome. Of course, I'm co-leader and not a general. I was a colonel. You don't need to be a general to be a leader. Just saying. So I'm learning stuff, And then, yeah, it was a long time. And then Reach came out. Then we decided we should become more like involved in the community. We want to do more clan battles. We want to do stuff like that because we were kind of getting sick of the old just lay back custom games thing. It was a new game, new start. So we're like, all right, let's start a thing. So I believe I suggested the idea. Pretty much almost everyone in the clan in Halo 3 was Spec Ops because we were all pretty good compared to everyone else. So I'm thinking, why don't we, instead of having the Spec Ops team, Spec Ops, why don't we just make that everyone else? Like that, why doesn't that just be the normal people? So after a lot of talking and confusion with Demon and all the other generals and me and John or whatever, we eventually got the red, green, and blue system from the books. That's where we got it. The tags, however, were complicated. Eventually, before each red, green, and blue squad had sub-squads, like Alpha, Beta, and Charlie. So then your tag would be like red A1 or something like that. It was complicated. So eventually, after a long time, we got that figured out. Everything was figured out. I don't think we even had a black team. We still called it Spec Ops at the time, but we had a new Spec Ops, I believe. And it wasn't in squads anymore. It was just numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 8 or something. It was numbers, so that was cool. Then we're like, how do we get into the community? Like, how do we do this? So eventually, this is about where the timeline of the website starts coming in. He we had an old clanmate named Frozen Carmine, and we kicked him out for some reason. I don't know. He was insubordinate, or he was just a little kid, annoying. I don't know. We kicked him out or something, or he left. Now he comes back as Fire Angel, and he wants to join the clan. We don't know who he is this time, but we do background checks on other people, so we find out, and he tells us about this clan called the UN, and he wants help taking it down. So we're like, okay, this, whatever. We'll try to get in the community. All right, let's do it. So we agree, and we have this plan where John contacted General JB and wants an alliance. And then after we get an alliance or whatever, when in the meeting we were gonna kill him and something like that. Anyway, General JB, they were gonna be an alliance, and then we were gonna like betray them in war or something. I don't know. Anyway, JB turned it down, said no. Whatever, you losers. Never heard of you before. No. And eventually, then we start doing more. I guess we become annoying. People on the UN's blacklist start talking to us for help. Because, I mean, at this time, we're probably 70, 80 people strong, maybe even more, and we're pretty skilled. Like, we had no skirmishes with other clans. We probably never lost a game. And so blacklist people are like coming to help, like wanting help and like trying to get assistance. And so we're planning, and then eventually we go into a meeting because we're attacking the UN too, like right in the middle of like hidden strike mission. And, like we invite them to a game, slaughter them, they quit, eventually stuff like that. So then we have a meeting with the UN about a treaty, so then we can all stop the stupid little fighting we're doing. And then we're talking. Of course, it's me, Demon, and Unleashed. I'm still a colonel, by the way. And this is like a year after I got it. And so we're in this meeting for like 30 minutes. I don't know how they talked so long. They really thought they were cool. Anyway, Unleashed started saying, "Whoa, what's happening? I'm lagging." Of course, we had Fire Angel gave us the map before, so we knew where all the armory and all the weapon stuff were. And I was pretending to lag, like shouting, "I'm lagging," and he's like slowly walking backwards towards the armory. And one of their guards, they had like 10 guards. I'll explain that. Basically, there was shield doors and guards on all the doors, and like a labyrinth sort of thing you had to get through. Guards on there. And then in the main meeting room, there was a catwalk overhead, which had like 2 guards on it. There was guards guarding the UN guys, like 3 or 4 of them. There were guards sitting right behind us with shotguns on their heads. And then there was guards at the back door. And guards on the armory. The game must have been full, and there was only like 3 of us. So anyway, John's pretending to lag. So one of the guys like, "Oh, he's going towards the armory, stop him." So I'm like, alright. So I sprint up, jump, assassinate the UN overlord. First kill of any UN official in the whole war. I punch him right in the face. Well, in the back, technically. He died. And then me and Demon, of course John ran to get bullets and guns. Me and Demon just start attacking the UN like top honchos. We kill them all. Kill every guard. Of course, there's shotgunners right behind us. They didn't kill us. We killed everyone in the room. Anyway, so we go out there, leave the place, start killing them again, because they're trying to come at us still. So anyway, we're killing them, they kill us a little. I think by the end, the GGC in that UN meeting had like 60 kills, and the UN probably had like 10. John went and hid, trying to find weapons. I guess he wasn't hiding, he was trying to find guns, couldn't find any. He got like 2 kills probably. Me and Demon both had like 20. we're picking them off. Of course, when you spawn in a cage, like shield doors, explosive. You have to like you can't leave or do anything. So we escape from it somehow, kill everyone, put us slaughtering everything. It was awesome. So that was the first point of the war. Loads of fun. Then we started finding out the UN spawn kills. Um, they tried spawn killing us. We left. They do all sorts of stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to skip the whole UN war stuff. It was a lot, I guess. I don't know. They won't. Um, they want ceasefires. We do that. Yada yada yada. I mean, we're doing like secret missions and like they had fire bases which were so one-sided. Like you spawn in the middle of an open field and they just snipe you out from like 100 miles away. Of course, we'd beat them on every spawn kill map they had because we were pro. And it was just, unfortunately, the only real games that the UN ever played with us where it was even and symmetrical. We did lose. I don't know if anyone knew that. We lost 2 games. But we won about all the others. Of course, then we're making maps like the Alamo and stuff. And somewhere along here is when my second year comes about sometime. Somewhere in my second year, I became a general. Not really remember when or how, but I became a general eventually. 2 years of clan service. Then we're making videos, yada yada, making alliances, doing this. Eventually, after the UN wars, well, pretty much made the UN, like, all their members quit, basically. But the UN wouldn't die. JB refused to end it. So we'd still attack him and stuff, but he just couldn't do anything. Oh boy. Eventually, they lost. JB ended the clan eventually. The GGC would fight other people. We'd win. And then, after we had no more enemies, we turned on our allies. I didn't agree with it, but we did. And after we beat basically every single clan, and the only clans that could beat us or tie with us ended, we basically beat the community. Pretty much, we were the best. There was really not much to do. And then, of course, Halo 4 comes out, and there's really not much to do. We beat every clan. We've done everything. I can't even think of something else we could do. I mean, we fought almost every clan and beat them, or they've ended. We've ended the terrorist UN. We've done everything. And it was just so much fun. Making friends and playing custom games and just messing around. And that's about when we decided we wanted to break. All the leaders wanted to break. So we were like, we need a break from this, just take some time off, come back in the clan like a month or 2, rejuvenated, ready to play on. So I suggested we leave the clan in Urun's hands because he seemed like the most respectable general at the time. I believe he was the first general to actually become a general before Halo 3. I mean after Halo 3. Yeah. becoming a general is like the hardest thing you could do in our clan. It's not for the faint-hearted, and it's the biggest honor you should have. It's like becoming a general. To me, it was like the biggest honor ever. Like it was just huge. So then we leave it to you run, and in like a week, he got new. I mean, we tried teaching him everything. We tried to tell him what we do and how we do it, so he wouldn't be able to do it. But in like a week, he pretty much screwed the clan over. He didn't really train. He had like no leadership. He had his own like generals, which he instantly promoted to general and gave them high ranks and leadership roles, which to me was a huge insult because it took me 2 years to achieve that, and it was just a huge honor. For them, they just boom, general. They don't care. You should care. It was important to me, so I was pretty pissed. So after that, the clan got pretty shabby. We came back, kicked Yuan out, for basically almost ending the clan, and we came back, started rebuilding. We did rebuild a bit. Halo 4 came, whatnot, and whatever. In Halo 4, it was kind of a letdown. The multiplayer wasn't. You have to understand that all the leaders and generals are like from Halo 3 at this point, except for like 2 of them. So Halo 3 was like what we based things off of. It's where we had the most fun. Halo 4 was so different, and we couldn't make it work. It was just too, personally for me, it was just too like fast paced, and it was too much. It wasn't good enough. The leaders couldn't get into Halo. Except Carbine. Carbine loves it. They couldn't get into Halo 4. So me and John had been talking about it for a while. We decided we'd end the clan on the 5th anniversary. This might have been in reach still, but anyway, we decided to end it on the 5th anniversary. So Halo 4 comes out. I'm saying Halo 4 comes out because I heard that a lot. Anyway, we're in Halo 4. We have training. We're building up. But in order to get it back to the glory days when we defeated the community and before you run, it would take a lot of time. And I don't think any of the generals want to spend that much time. I know John doesn't. No one wanted to spend that much time rebuilding the clan. We're all getting old, and it's a lot. It requires a lot of time. So we end the clan. That's about where we are today. Ended. Not because we collapsed, not because we couldn't handle it, we just stopped. It was a good run. A lot of fun. Probably the best years of my life. I'm extremely sad to see it go. It kinda sucks, actually. I don't know, I've met some of my best friends here, so it's kind of emotional, I guess. But anyway, that's where we are today. We've done everything. We've had wars, civil war, we've fought people, we've done it all. I would say we've gone on in a blaze of glory. So I think that's where I'm going to end this little episode. Sorry if I missed anything. I guess I was just trying to talk about my experience, but I guess I kind of was talking about the clan as a whole. I know repeated a lot of things, like when Halo started, and said unlock, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for listening for this vlog. Let's really not have anything better to do. 45 minutes. Thanks though. Bye.